What is going on, everybody? Jumbo Thick here. We are back with more Expedition of the Damned. Oof, it's a mouthful there. This is our Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 4th Edition campaign. I am your GM, GM for the night, Jumbo Thick. We have almost the full cast and crew. We're hoping that we'll get our young Knight Commander soon-ish. We'll see. But for now, we have the rest of the crew here. So, by now, surely we got introductions in place. We're a little strapped for time, so we're just going to get into it because we have some endeavors to push through, and maybe something else. We'll see how how time flies and how everything rolls out. So, last we left off, the crew of the expedition has found themselves finally at their initial destination of Sudenburg, only to find it being besieged by the foul forces of chaos. And lending their aid, were able to repel said attackers, ultimately saving 2/3 of possible resources you could have collected while you were in the city, as well as discovering that your opposition was had fled the field from you, not necessarily because you were annihilating them, but it appears that there were some unexpected allies that came into play, being some slender elven individuals that Luther, using his vast knowledge of brain power, whatever you want to call it, was able to determine would have been wood elves, or elves of the wood, however you would like to think of it. And lending their aid, it appears that the forces were driven away, and they ultimately left the city entirely as the demons ceased to be spawning as normally. As this happened, you began to regroup within the central courtyard, where the actual court is the center of power within Sudenburg. Meeting with the Sigmarite priest known as... I have it in here somewhere. Emmerich Freak. There we go. A chaplain for the destitute and incarcerated individuals that are serving out their life sentences, toiling in the name of the Empire and all its glory. Some of which you pressed into service, I will remind you of that. But as everything was beginning to somewhat settle, we are not going straight into endeavors. Instead, we are sliding into something that needs to be resolved before we take our actual time. There's a member of our party that had a mission, one might call it. Orders to do something within Sudenburg. And he has yet to do any of it. So, Luther, would you like to do anything?
That's me. Yeah. So, unfortunately, most of my information was trapped in that journal that was stolen by the guy on the Manticore, I believe. I believe he got away. But I did have some orders here.
Did you take any notes, maybe?
I have a bunch of notes. I just have to go scroll up in my.
Let's see. Let's see if you can find anything, Luther.
Let me go back up and check. Let's see. Lucien killed a man.
I mean, as he does.
Wolfen took a deal from the scan.
I mean, like he does.
I don't know if that's accurate. You might need to check that.
You're looking for the name Ubaldo Krieger.
I've got it here somewhere. I scrolled up too far. All right, let's see.
Hmm.
Oh, Brother Keeler. Okay. An early pyromancer discovered powerful artifact Akshi. He had a map to this device in his personal quarters. The mayor of Sudenburg, who is Wesley Wizerin? Wiserin?
Wassarian.
Rosarian, thank you. Wesley Rosarian. So yeah, I need to find a map or a device, which I don't know what the device is because it wasn't described.
It was not.
But it's just an artifact of power. I guess I will have to try to get myself into the governor's quarters. Some fashion.
Asking at the some of the soldiers that are still guarding the entrance to the courthouse that is being protected, as the governor Wassarian is supposedly within.
Mm-hmm.
You are stopped, and the freak, is summoned. Gentlemen, is there a problem? We are currently rallying our forces. I thought that you may have had efforts with your caravan that you needed to place.
I need to speak with the governor quickly.
The governor is a bit indisposed, friend.
Doing what?
Undergoing healing.
He was wounded.
Very much so.
How grave is it?
It is more a wound of the soul than it is of the flesh.
He was corrupted.
We shall see. I will do what I must should the worst come to pass.
Well, I have been sent here from the colleges, and I must enter his palace. There is something I need to look for.
You are not familiar with Sudenburg. There is no palace, friend.
His personal quarters, perhaps. His estate.
This is a very odd request.
I know. But it is my mission, and it is what we are all here for.
Perhaps with more details, I might be obliged to allow you to enter his private sanctum.
I can tell you that I sent on this entire expedition across the sea and across the desert itself for this very purpose of coming in and apparently retrieving an item the mayor has been holding for a long time. I don't know if he knew of this or not, but apparently it has been in his possession this whole time.
The governor has some magical item in his quarters.
Perhaps. I have not been given a description of it. I'll know it when I see it.
Very well.
This is the truth.
Allow him to pass.
Thank you.
Luther, you are allowed to enter.
Nog, please, this way.
All right. Yes, sir, Mr. Luthor.
Nog follows Luther.
I like to go where I don't want.
I mean, you have a
Rolling
golem.
right with us.
I have a golem, but he's no Nog. Now I got a golem and a Nog.
Very well.
I gotta go.
You make your way into the mansion. Well, not the mansion, but the courthouse.
Okay.
Very large, sprawling, open area at first that leads into smaller rooms and then a very large room. You are shown to a stairwell that leads up to the second, probably even the third floors. As you begin to move up, you notice that you are hitting the second floor, kind of like breezeway that goes off into other sections of this large building. And you get just a whiff of something, Luther. It smells familiar and magical. It's coming from this floor. The priest is walking upstairs further.
Okay. He's going past the...
He's going to the third floor. You are hitting like the second floor landing, and whenever you get this kind of like
sense,
yes.
Does it feel like if I kind of step up like on the stairs a little bit, like it's the sense is fading from me? I guess
it's dim, but yes.
Dim. What I require is here.
That is not the direction to the governor's quarters.
I'm sure you have similar experiences with holy relics, but I sense something magical here.
You may enter the wing, but it is heavily damaged. I'm afraid your friend will not be able to follow with you.
Oh, all right then.
Stand here, Nog. Guard the hallway. You hear screams?
No one's getting through.
As you begin to move towards the hall, you see that Krieger is quite factual in his observations. It looks like a big portion of the wall was blown out, melted, and at one point there were probably writhing pieces of masonry and whatnot that were wallowing around this hallway, but they have since stopped and have become inanimate once again, still stuck in their chaotic, misshapen forms. It looks like the ground is heavily damaged, and should somebody with a large body put their feet on the ground, they might have tumbled through and made it to the first floor expeditiously, one might say. But you walk around, kind of pacing around, and as you do, the sense is getting stronger. And you come to what looks like a door. The hallway around this section, there's some scattered debris, like remnants of like smoke and flames. But the door itself is open. As you look at it, the first thing you notice is it looks like it was forced open. There is splintering around the trim where it looks like the door was kicked in and shattered. Within is what looks like a smaller room. Not a ton of belongings that you can see, like nothing extravagant. The room appears to have been tossed, or perhaps the battle and fighting shook some stuff around. It's hard to tell the difference. There is well, you get that strange sense is still coming to you from within.
Yeah, I get the sense that maybe the sorcerer has been through here.
Possibly.
And
it's hard to tell what you're picking up on.
Okay. Well, with that in mind, I'm gonna look around, see if I can sense anything.
Okay.
Anything that looks out of the ordinary.
All right, you begin to look around, Luther. I'll let you tell me how you're looking.
I can... That's different. I'm just gonna start. Kind of looking around, seeing if I can see any winds of magic specifically, like
Okay.
drawn to anything specifically.
Yeah.
I know it's probably pretty chaotic right now.
You can make me a perception magic test. What?
What do I roll for that? A lore magic roll?
You can essentially. Do you have any points in perception?
Do.
You do?
Yeah.
Add that to your what normally would be your magical, like lore.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You can stack those for this.
Okay. Well, that would be pretty high. Let me roll here.
I doubt a 96 is going to be a pass.
I'm gonna have to re-roll that. Let's re-roll that. Yeah. Fuck me.
98.
98.
Yeah, it's even better.
Gonna have to use another re-roll
Yeah.
there.
Let's go and let's get these out of the way.
All right, 72. Believe it or not, we'll pass.
Just a success, I'm sure.
No, it'll be higher.
Oh.
My lore magic is 70.
Okay.
And I got 15 points in perception.
Okay.
So it'll be 95. So
15?
yeah.
How did you see me the other day?
How did I see you?
How did you see me taking my beverage? Did you get a 15?
I got plus 15. It's a
Plus
65.
15.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
2 levels of success.
2 levels of success.
Yeah.
With that, you begin to look into the room, and you see you're kind of drawn towards the desk. It's disheveled, things scattered everywhere. With that test, Luther, you get to the desk, and suddenly you feel a flare of magical wind pulling behind you.
Turn around.
You spin around quickly, and you see a red-robed wizard that you know very, very well. He looks disheveled, unkempt. But you still recognize
Weiss?
Magister Weiss. He locks eyes with you with hate. You see
Weiss,
that he is channeling magic. You are one of those traitors. I know it!
Weiss, what are you doing? Where have you been?
He successfully incants a powerful Akshi word. And as he draws a blade, it writhes itself in the flaming sword of Reuben. Oh no. He says, "You may beat me to it, but I'll see you dead." And he charges towards you. I'm going to need you to roll initiative, Luther.
Oh, God. If he hits me with that thing, I'm done for. All right. Let's see here. D10. Ooh, a 10. Plus...
What's your total?
It'll be 15.
He got a 14 for initiative. Luther?
I don't know if it's going to do much difference. I can't do a ton.
He has his flaming sword ready, and it looks like he's moving to charge across the room towards you. What are you going to do?
Oh, God, I don't want to kill him. I am going to... well, I have a new feat.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
A new talent, you mean?
Yes, new talent. Sorry.
How dare you?
It is War Wizard. It allows me to cast a spell of, I believe, 3 or below. And then
5 or below.
5 or below. 5 or below, and then still do an action. can still like
Okay.
to attack.
Well, if you do that, you may not cast another spell this turn, though.
Exactly. I won't be able to do anything else.
Okay.
I won't be able to do
It's like
anything
fast
else.
shot for Lucian.
Kind of, yeah. It's more for I think in melee combat, you're just like spell hit or something,
So what's happening, Luther?
So I say that because I am going to try to use. I am going to try to use. I don't want to kill him though.
It looks like he has tend to kill you.
I know. But if I kill him,
Show your traitor's blood, bro. Kill him.
I will try to use Akshi's Aegis. Might not work.
Mhm.
Or Aegis, sorry. She's Aegis. And I will. That's the one that gives me a ward. He can still damage me with fire because it's magical fire.
Yeah.
But I believe. Okay, yeah, save. Not magic. I ignore any blaze conditions I receive.
Okay. That's fair.
But I still magical fire attacks, including warp fire and spells.
So you don't have to roll for this. You just get it.
No, I do have to roll for it, I believe.
Okay.
I just get to do it, I think.
Okay.
So I can do, because that's like an action and then another action kind of. So,
I have the text literally right here in front of me if you guys need me to read it. So just.
Yeah. I think that's what it says. For sure.
On your turn, you can cast one spell with a cast number of 5 or less for free without using your action. However, if you do this, you may not cast another spell this turn. So you can still do other actions, you just can't cast.
Okay. Yeah. So 28.
Is that going to be enough, Luther?
It will be enough because I've got my staff, which reduces everything by 1. And so it makes it 4 success levels.
He also has a staff in his hand. And, beautiful wizard robes, similar to yours.
He does.
He has all the things you have. Who would have thought?
I'm just trying to defense up a little bit.
Okay.
Get a ward save, maybe. And I'm going to try to, if I take the turn to defend myself, does it give me a bonus for my defense roll?
Yeah, you'll get a plus 20 to your roll.
I will do that.
Yes. Yes, you will.
I think I'll do that.
Okay.
But I need to block his blast.
He sees you.
His sword.
He sees you take a defensive stance, and then he moves in, Luther. He closes the distance as he moves to swing. At the last second, he pauses, and you watch as his cheeks go wide. And a breath of fire just engulfs you as he literally breathes fire across you.
If it's a spell,
It is a spell.
I can counteract.
You can try to counter it.
Okay.
You will need, I believe, 6 degrees of success.
Oof. Okay. All right. Here we go. That's not gonna do it. That's gonna. He's gonna get it off. I do get a ward save.
You get a ward save. It's not a ton of damage.
Okay.
You're looking at. It's only going to be 3 points of damage.
Okay.
Normally you'd be lit on fire, but currently you can't be, right?
I can't be ablazed.
Okay, so that's the main point of this would have been to light you on fire, and it doesn't happen. But I guess you still can use your toughness bonus and everything, so you take 1 point of damage basically with her.
Okay.
And that's your turn. He is engaged in melee with you, and bathed you in flames.
I am fire resistant. Do I use my toughness against that?
To get what are you talking about?
Do I get to roll my toughness bonus against his fire attack?
Well, it only did three damage.
I know, but like, I get my toughness.
What are
roll,
you talking about?
Like
yes, you get that. Yeah, you're only going to take 1 point of damage.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, then I'm going to take the point of damage, and I'm going to try to bop him with my staff.
Go for your bop. Let's see how you do.
Yeah, we'll bop with staff.
I have 8 degrees of success on his defensive slash.
It's rough. That's not 8 degrees, so he'll parry it.
Well, it's not a parry, Luther. As you swing, he ducks underneath and drives the blade through your stomach.
Yeah, it's a crit. Oh shit!
No, it's not a crit.
Oh,
he may be a highly skilled wizard.
Oh, apparently.
What?
One might even say a champion amongst his peers.
That's stupid.
Fucking champions.
Okay, Mr. Riposte. Stupid.
I'm gonna.
I'm a duelist. I'm not a wizard.
I'm gonna roll.
Can I get some spells?
I'm gonna roll my
I
word
want to
save.
cast some spells.
Shit about some guns, bro. Shit about
I want
some
to breathe
guns.
fire.
I roll a
He
10.
got his roll save off. As the blade hits the raw impact from this blade, just like you feel the resonation pass through your chest, and you kind of fall backwards into the kind of like the armoire that was disheveled, kind of broken. You hit into it, but where there's like a singe mark across your robes, but there is no cut. He's like, damn it. Then he brings it an overhead arc for his turn. Defend yourself again, Luther.
All right.
It's only gonna be 1 degree of success this time.
That is. Sorry. There you go. Okay. That is 1 degree of success for me too.
Okay. That's tied. You managed to, at the last moment, to get the staff up. God! It's your turn.
All right. I will then.
Go lethal, bro. You gotta do it.
I don't know if I can hit him. I'm gonna try my combo again.
The combo?
I'm gonna try.
What you got?
Cast
What's your
another
combo?
spell.
What are you gonna cast?
I'm gonna cast Boiling Blood.
Boiling blood.
Boiling Blood.
Okay.
Let me see.
The 5 or less?
Yeah, it's 5 or less. It does fail. It doesn't fail. It fails. I don't get it.
You always were too weak.
And then I'm gonna try to give him a bop.
In retaliation, you try to strike him. I have 2 degrees of success, Luther.
That is gonna be 2 degrees of success for me too.
We're gonna lock up.
All right.
Going back and forth.
He doesn't get it?
Magister Weiss is coming in.
I'm gonna start screaming for Nog. Nog! Nog!
Screaming for Nog!
Yeah.
Dog comes running.
Nog? Give me an athletics test, Nog.
Oh, gracious.
Which I will remind you is with dexterity in this system.
All right, so let's see. Athletics. Yeah. We do what we do. Okay.
40.
Under a 53 plus 1 from Rory.
Okay, a success. Plus, Rory does give you a second success. Actually, isn't Rory unconscious right now?
I think he is.
Didn't we? Is he? Is he not?
I think he's stabilized.
I think
but
he's stabilized,
He was
I can't be
unconscious.
careful. Well,
so
still got 1.
There'll be no
so.
Rory, but you get 1
Very
success. So you're
nimble.
basically by
Very
yourself for
nimble
now.
I am.
You're trying to move your way down the hole. First off, the hole wasn't built for an ogre. Second off, it is falling apart, and you're trying to creep your way around. A couple times you even press your foot down a little too hard, and parts of the floor just give way underneath your bulk. But you're making progress, Nog. As Nog's moving down the hall, Luther, Master Weiss goes on the offensive yet again. I always knew you were a treacherous bastard. Now you seek
It was a mission I was given.
to put our college to shame. You're in league with them, I know it. You seek your monster on me next?
Wait, what are you doing? Where have you been?
He is going to... Yeah, he's going to do that. See if he can get it off, though. It's a high cast.
Shit.
I think.
What's the spell?
You don't even know, bro. You don't even know.
I do.
You don't even know what it is. I
do.
I gotta make sure he can do this, though. Hold on. I don't like spell casting. Damn it.
Tell me what spell it is. I can tell you, bro.
No! I refuse to let you know. Okay, see, it's a 5. It's a 5.
Burning blood.
Okay.
Body of fire.
He's going to, hearing the bulk of Nog sprinting closely, he looks you dead in the eye, Luther, and then he says, "You'll regret your treachery." And then he takes his staff, slams it into the ground, and as he does, flames erupt from the bottom of them that rapidly encase his entire form. As smoke billows upwards, and a flash, he is gone. As he is teleported away.
Do I get a sense of anywhere he was or is?
You try to get a sense for him. Why don't you give me a perception check?
$62. That's just success.
Just a success. You still smell the whiff of his aura as it's beginning to dissipate in the room. You think you've lost him.
Madman, as I kind of brush off my chest.
Nog comes bursting through the door like
Nog
a
is-
Kool-Aid man.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah. What's up, Mr. Luthor?
It's okay, Nog. Be on the lookout for Magister Weiss.
Anything, anyone you need me to eat?
Not yet, sir.
Okay.
Magister Weiss attacked me.
Okay, well, I'm
We haven't seen
standing
him.
ready for you.
We haven't seen him in months, right?
No, you haven't seen him in months. You lost track of him
Before we left?
before you left. You lost
Okay.
track of him in the city.
The city.
So he hasn't been with you through the entire trek across the desert.
Okay. Madman. Be on the lookout, Nog.
As you begin to calm yourself down, you see something out of the corner of your eye, Luther.
Mhm.
It looks like whenever you were smashed against the arm war, it loosened up a little bit more, and it appears that there was a false back to the actual back section of it. And as you reach your hand in and you pull aside the kind of like trap door, you see that there is a simple looking kind of like a brass brazier.
I go towards the brazier.
As you lock eyes on it, you see that there are what look like runes, spellcraft carved into the sides of it.
Heretical?
Most certainly not.
Right.
You recognize them as words that would gather Akshi.
Get closer.
Do
I
you
would like to
think-
touch it and use my detect artifact ability, which I have talent for.
Yes, you do. Of course you do. Does it tell you exactly what the thing is? With this
let me-
game-breaking ability that you have now.
Of course, let me read it to you.
Yes. Let me hear it.
Detect artifact. You're able to, since the magic lies within an artifact, you may attempt an intuition test for any magic artifact touched. If successful, you sense the item is magical. Further, each success level also provides a specific special rule that the item uses.
Okay.
If it has it. Normally, you only get one attempt at this test once per artifact touched.
Well, give me an intuition test then. I will give you a plus 20 to this roll because of your connection with the wind.
Let's be Luther. That's very high. I have to use my last reroll.
Comes the 90. Here it comes.
66. It's critical
Oh,
success.
is that a crit
Critical
success?
success.
Oh,
Critical
nice,
success.
nice.
As
What
you
was the
touch
test?
it,
It would have been 65 if I didn't get the plus 20.
lucky.
It would have been
Well.
a critical fail.
Well, as you touch it, you begin to have a sense of familiarity rushes towards you. And you quickly realize that you can channel Akshi into this vessel. And it appears that this is a more portable and less reliant form of an item you once had in your possession. It appears that this must have been Ubaldo Krieger's Ashen Chamber.
Ashen Chamber. So it's his. Excuse me. His his pocket dimension.
Yes. Yes, it is.
I'm gonna try to activate it.
You channel some of your magic into it. As you do, a flame erupts. Smoke begins to rise. And as it does, it forms a portal of fire. Within, there appears to be a room of some kind.
You see this dog?
Nog does see it.
Lucy.
I'm going to enter in. Nog can come
Would
if he
you
wants to.
like me to follow, Mr. Newfall?
Oh, sure, Nog.
Nog's a little
Nog
trepidatious, but follows. Always trusting Mr.
has to
Luthor.
squeeze down into the human-sized portal. He kind of shoves his bulk in a little bit at a time. Through
Like a cat.
fire, I might say, Nog. It's, you know,
Me
it's
too.
kind of like the lion jumping through the flaming ring right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But as you pass within, Luther, you see a much more disheveled but luxurious apartment. It looks like it hasn't been visited in quite some time.
Mhm.
And there are things kind of like knocked over or whatnot. But it appears that there is a full laboratory, as well as many other sections of this Ashen Chamber that you did not have access to previously.
Why? What tools? I'll look over all the
Indeed.
laborious items.
Yes. You're kind of looking around, looking at all of the magical doodads you now have access to. And you see that it appears that in one of the side chambers there is looks like a very cluttered study. Just like pages of scrolls and text lying all over the place. And you're kind of somewhat drawn to it. specifically because as soon as you take a step in, you see that there is almost like an audible snap, and a form rises up in front of you, made of smoke and ash. It takes on a humanoid shape. If you've made it this far, I am dead. Take the map. Head to the lands of the dead. Seek the chamber. Protect it. Ensure it stays closed. And then it falls to pieces.
Gonna grab the map.
You move over, and there is a roughly sketched map. It has strange symbols on it that you don't recognize. It looks like it details a route from Sudenburg to the north. It goes through what is labeled as the lands of the dead. Ominous indeed.
I would recognize these lands, at least probably.
Maybe.
I mean, not personally, but like from like looking at maps, I assume, or something.
It does appear to be the great empty wasteland that exists north of Sudenburg. You've heard tales of greenskins and wild beasts that roam the land, and even fables such as skeletal armies wearing regalia and riding gigantic steeds of colossal proportions.
Well, it seems we know where we're going now. Nog, we found something very important here today.
Yes, sir, Mr. Lufo.
I'm going to. It's time to go talk to the rest of the party and convene on what has been discovered here.
Much to ponder, I'm sure. That's why you're the ponderer and I'm the wanderer.
Of course, Nog. And I'm going to, get out of the pocket dimension. Going to grab the brazier if I can.
You can. You can take
Okay.
it with you.
I'll take it with me. And I attach the brazier to my staff.
You could.
Okay. Would it allow me to?
Is it a brazier or is it a sensor? Like a
It
sensor would
is-
work well, but a brazier tends to be about
too big?
like a small
Yeah,
small
you're right.
grill. Yeah.
We'll say it's like a censure.
Okay.
Okay.
And I will grab that and I kind of eventually I'll attach it to my staff and use it to light the way. And I am going to find Freak, I believe his name is.
Yes. The warrior priest?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Who is waiting at the edge of the hall, looking very perplexed as you and Nog emerge from the dilapidated rooms in the hall that Nog is somewhat destroyed on his way to try to get towards you.
Sorry, good priest. Unfortunately, I met a gentleman from our past who wished me harm. And we scared him off, but you haven't seen another red wizard around, have you? Man by the name of Weiss? Weiss?
I know of no wizard. The last wizard advisor that the governor had in his confidence passed long ago.
Well, I found the artifact that I needed and know what I must do. Thank you for your help.
do you not wish to visit the governor's apartments?
No. I believe I found what I need.
Very well.
I think you know.
You are led out. All of you can convene and decide what you're going to do. But I think it's about time to get to endeavors.
Yeah.
So, as that kind of begins to wind down, eventually the fires and everything are put out throughout the city, and over the next few months, as you guys will be gathering resources for your next leg of your journey, the city will begin to slowly recover as resources are brought in from the port through various ships and other things that are coming by. Let's start our actual endeavors with let's start with Lucien.
We get 2.
You get 2 and a free kind of like story related one. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I would like to learn to ride a horse.
Riding of the horse, indeed.
Yep.
Point and ride.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm assuming Henry can probably teach you how to
Figured
ride.
you'd be the best candidate.
So you will get a
stat-wise. It's probably Luther stat-wise because he has better agility.
I'm pretty good.
I have 67 in ride, so I don't know if that.
Oh yeah, well, I've got 70.
Choice is obvious.
Well,
What a smug bastard.
between Luther, Henry, and Wolfram aiding you, Lucien, you will get a plus 30 to this ride check to see if you can master
Nice.
the skill of ride.
Oh, watching you on the side of the corral, you know.
There's our boy. I'm so
Yep.
proud.
I gotta approach the
Yes.
anxious filly. You know, try to calm her.
Mm-hmm.
What am I shooting for here? What's the?
So you need to make a ride check. I believe
Uh-huh.
that is
It's, agility based.
agility. I think that's agility.
Should be pretty good for him.
Sounds nice.
I'm about to say that should be right up your alley.
Plus 30 is nice.
With a plus 30, probably got like 90 or something to beat. So
Yeah.
To beat an 81.
The chances are in your favor.
Hey, look at
Hey,
that.
plus 30.
It comes in. There is a success.
we're a cavalry unit now.
You can
Fantastic.
give yourself 1 point in ride, and you have become 1 with your journey there. It will cost double the XP to put points in that.
If I want to put extra points in that.
If you want to put points in it, it'll cost double the
Got it,
XP
that's
points
fine.
for it. Mm-hmm.
I won't have to double up with anyone.
Yeah, I understand. I understand completely.
Well,
You
you know,
get another
be-
endeavor, anything you'd like. I will remind you, if you have any cash on your person, it is going to reset. Once we start the next leg of our journey, it all goes away, and then it goes
Mhm.
back to whatever you roll again. So if you want to take an endeavor to save said money, you can, or you can just try to do something else. It depends on what you want to do.
I would like to try and find some quality armor of some kind.
Okay. I believe there are actually rules for this. Alright. It is called
I do have a damaged chain shirt.
the damaged change. It's damaged? Okay, so you
Mhm.
want to get it fixed, or do you want to
Yeah,
just get
it's
something
at one.
else?
It's at 1 armor points out of 2 right now.
Yeah. Yep. Alright, let's see here. I lost my page. It's very upsetting. Okay. So You are supposed to make a gossip test to see if you can suss out a reputable vendor.
Gotcha. Have we recovered any points yet?
As far as
Fate and resilience?
yes, everybody will recover 1 fate, 1 resilience point.
Oh
Nog,
yeah!
you
All
only
right.
get up to 1, so for fate that is.
Now I get a reroll.
You get a reroll.
That's handy. That's useful. Okay, let's try the gossip test.
$53.
It's a fail.
Is it just a fail?
It is 14 above what I needed.
Yes. You might have to re-roll it then.
That's a big fail.
Big fail. Okay, so even with the previous one, it's still technically a failure.
Yeah.
You do.
Could I have helped him on that previous roll?
Do you have points in gossip?
Yeah.
You do?
Yeah. I got.
Yeah, he could
Yeah, I
have given
have all
you,
that. Yeah.
He could have given you a +10 to the roll, Lucien.
So I could have turned
So
it into
you
a
could have
success.
just turned it into a success.
Okay.
So we can go with that. So with a success, you manage to see that there's a ship coming in, a fresh shipment from it looks like from Bretonia, of all places. Appears to be a merchant vessel passing by, and they're beginning to unload some wares. And specifically, it looks like they are in fact transporting what looks like finely crafted arms and armor, resupplying, and it looks like they are willing to sell some of their wares in the meantime.
But I would like to see what their stock has to offer.
Okay. Now, they have an assortment of weapons and armor. It appears that if you're looking for weapons, they don't have any form of ranged weapon. No bows, no crossbows, definitely no black powder whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much anything else is on the table outside of like a rapier. They think that is a weak, silly weapon. Sorry, Lucien. Finely crafted shields, as well as multitudes of different versions of swords. And as far as armor is concerned, it appears that they have pretty much anything you could think of, and it is expertly crafted.
Hmm.
So what are you thinking?
Right now, I've got a few things. If I could find some either quality, like a bracers or a helmet that has 2 or more armor points, that would be quite useful for me.
Okay. As far as are you willing to wear plate armor?
Would having plate armor by default give me disadvantages on certain things?
It does give you disadvantages on perception, like wearing the helmet does.
Okay.
You also get negatives to your stealth rolls. You're like sneaking. It's up to you. Henry essentially gets like a -40 to his stealth rolls, so he will never stealth ever.
Is it like a -10 for each like piece? How does that work?
For each piece, yes. You essentially it's broken down. You have like helmet, breastplate, greaves, gloves. You don't have to wear it all. You can wear just a piece or whatever you'd like. with a success, you're looking for something that has 2 points of armor.
Yeah, probably bracers or
Okay.
pauldrons or something. That's my biggest.
You could get just mail. It's not as it's obviously not quite as sturdy. It will confer 2 points of armor.
Hey, Bracers is going to give him no penalties to anything you just mentioned. Like 3 points of encumbrance, though.
Yes, they're much heavier, and so the plate bracers so anything that's plate has weak points, meaning that if your opponent has a impale weapon and they score a crit, you don't get to use any armor points for the attack to block anything, essentially. Like slips in the cracks. It's one of the only disadvantages that plate armor has, as far as defensively, because otherwise it has the impenetrable qualities. So basically, if a crit hits you and it is at an odd number, like an 11 or a 33, 55, it doesn't count. It's ignored.
Whoa.
It just counts as a blow.
Does the weak point mean that I also wouldn't be able to sacrifice a point of armor to?
Yeah, it means it bypasses the armor completely and just slides in. Now you could, if you have armor, if you have leather underneath, you could use some of that.
Because I do still have leather.
Yeah, you still have leather,
bracers.
and like you're not allowed to technically wear plate armor without something underneath it, like either mail or leather, because it wouldn't sit. So.
Yeah, if there's something like that, I'd definitely.
Okay.
What is it's +3 encumbrance?
Yeah, they're going to be they're heavy. They are heavier. Now, how much gold you got on you?
I rolled really well in my last career thing.
You did roll well. I'm curious how much you have, though.
It looks like I've got 4 gold, 7 silver.
4 gold. All right. So these very well crafted plate mail bracers are worth at least because they're a finer quality, they're going to be worth at least 10 gold coins.
Ooh.
A regular set is worth 8. Now, you can always haggle.
What about a regular set?
A regular set would be 8. You could always haggle that as well.
How many points of armor is that?
They're only 2 points of armor. The same as mail.
Either set?
Now, no. So mail is you're only looking at.
Usually, the quality term means that it has like another.
It has like benefits if you're looking for like quality items.
I see.
For mail, it looks like you can't get the arms separate. You have to get a full coat, which would be 3 gold coins for chainmail.
That's 2 points of armor.
Yes.
That would cover.
Yeah. Now, don't you already have some? It's just damaged.
I've got a chain shirt.
Okay. So you don't have a mail coat?
I don't know if there's a distinction. To be honest, there.
Essentially, so the chain shirt just covers the torso. A mail coat covers torso and arms. Does it say did you get just a chain shirt?
I think it's just the chest.
Yeah. So you don't, so that sucks. So your option here would be to upgrade if you'd like, which can be done quite easily since you already have. Is the shirt damaged as well?
Yeah, that's what's damaged.
Oh, that's what's damaged? Okay.
Yeah, it's
Well,
got
you
a
can
point
upgrade at
missing.
this point and also get your arms covered in chain as well, if you'd like. You definitely have enough gold to do that.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd
So
give me an extra point.
yeah, so you basically well, you can have this modified, so we can even reduce it. Unless you don't, do you have anything else you want to spend your money on?
Not particularly.
Okay. Well, then it won't matter then. We'll just say that you can get your current chain shirt repaired and kind of have it as a spare. And then you actually purchase like a Bretonian chainmail coat, which is it's a full, covers the whole torso and your arms down to like the wrist, and it provides protection for all those limbs.
Nice. Can I also wear my bracers over or under that?
You can. Yes.
So that's 2 armor points.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
great.
your leather you can either put the leather over it. Oh, I think you have to put the leather over the chain.
Yeah.
I think that's how it works. Yeah, that's how it works. You put the leather over the chain, and the chain kind of just sits against your flesh. I'm assuming you have some kind of like light cloth shirt
Yeah,
you wear or something. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Getting
forget
weighed
what that.
getting weighed down, Lucian. But yeah, there you go. Do you okay, so that's gonna be it for your regular endeavors. You now get a story endeavor of any kind. Something to progress your story in some way. Questions, concerns, anything like that. Now's your chance.
A Gambison. That's the word I was looking for.
Ah, Gamison.
Underneath my my nail.
Mhm.
I didn't really have anything in mind other than just
Thinking real hard.
trying to think. How much gold was that? The repair and the
That would have been a total because of the repair. You would have been looking at 4 gold.
Okay, so that would be all of my basically all my current.
Pretty much. Then you would just have a few silver left.
I've definitely used half of my regular pistol shot.
Mm-hmm.
I'd definitely like to refill.
That can easily be resupplied by the time your next mission rolls around. Anything maybe to do with your level up or something like that?
I would love to. I am 4 characteristic levels away from hitting.
Getting close.
Yeah, I'm basically 160 XP away.
Okay. We can work with that. All right. Do you want to just think on your endeavor and just come back to you?
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Nog's next. The mighty
All
Nog.
right then.
Look at him in all his glory.
And then,
Nog,
now that we're back,
you get 2 regular character-driven endeavors, and then you get 1 kind of story one that's just a freebie.
well then I think we'll work with Wolfram to improve our ballistics abilities.
Okay.
That's
So
great.
you're going for a talent, right, Nog?
That is correct.
Okay. Well, we kind of
want
discussed
to
this
get
a
the
little
gunner.
bit. Gunner talent. Okay.
Yes.
Which Wolfram has. So you need to make a ranged black powder roll. You do get a plus
All right.
10 to the roll
Right.
because Wolfram is going to be teaching you.
You can do it, mate. I've got faith in you.
Let's see. Where is
Just
my?
watch me. Line
There
up
it
on our
is.
lucid there and just pull the trigger. That's how you do
Very
it.
good. Ranged black powder. And oh, nice.
Did you
It's a
make it, Nog?
49. I have a 60.
Okay, there you go. Easily done. Under the tutelage of Wolfram Kistler, you are able to develop a knack for your ogre pistol, Nog, that you didn't think you'd had before. Starting to become a better shot.
Shows me a surprisingly simple way, which is good for someone like myself, to improve my old shot.
Mm-hmm. Very much more quicker to reload, Nog. All right. You get another one, Nog. Anything else you'd like to work on?
I want to improve my ability to use my butcher's belt. So I guess I need to try and take, maybe as Rory is recovering, he can regale me of his tales of halfling cookery.
Halfling cookery.
Maybe give me some tips on how that butcher's belt could serve me. As he's
all right.
maybe poor Rory, he's drifting in and out of, and maybe he's trying to impart some knowledge upon me right before he parts off this world, But I ain't hearing it. Rory's gonna make it just fine, but he's delirious.
He's delirious.
I got a quick question about your.
Yes.
Is Gunner in your talent tree? Because it'll cost 200 XP as opposed to 100 XP to get that talent. If it's not actually in your.
I would have to pull up
you can still get it. I mean, that's the purpose of training.
Oh, I have 300 XP to spend, so I'm not saying.
Yeah. Oh, thank goodness.
Yeah.
I don't want my training to go to waste.
No, we're going to be all right.
All right. Let's see here. Go ahead and I believe there's a talent for this. If I can find it.
Cooking.
Skills. Alright. There we go. My talents. All right, we're looking at, I think it's called Craftsman. Oh no, you have the cooking. You can already cook. Okay.
Yes, I just need to get better.
You just want to get better.
Yeah.
All right. I think we might have something here. Nothing in that, but there might be something in the ogre manual, because I thought I remember seeing something specifically about that. I have stuff for recipes, which is a thing. And Anteater. All right, ogre talents. Here we go. You don't want that one.
So Gunner is not in the Man-Eater specifically. It's in the Lead Belcher, but it is in the Ogre.
Yeah. Well, you can learn it. It's just going to cost you the 200. Like you
easy
said.
enough.
Yeah. You can still do that. No problem. All right. Okay. So. Technically nothing like that. I'll tell you what it will do.
All right.
We will give you what is called, because you want to be good at basically using the item.
Right.
Yeah, there is a thing for this in my section that I just got rid of. My Endeavor section that I was just looking at. There it is. Okay. So,
what do you need, boss?
Let's go ahead and do crafting. All right, we'll just consider this unusual learning. No, that's not unusual learning. You asked for a difficult one. It doesn't fit into the norms here, Nog. Damn it.
Well, sorry.
I got a quick question. I mean, wouldn't just more
training.
advances allow you to be better at it?
Yeah, but he doesn't have the points for just advances, so we're working around it in a way.
Anthony's being creative. I'm just challenging as always. I'm his problem child.
We're gonna do a training roll.
Okay.
All right. So what you're gonna do is you are going to make a cooking test.
All right.
Rory can help you, so you get a +10 to this roll, Nog.
All right.
Wait, I found it. He's trying to use his butcher's belt more efficiently and better, right?
Yes.
The well prepared talent will allow you to do that.
Oh, okay.
Because it's like you're ready to use it before it even happens.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Look at you, bud. So how are we going to do that?
I've been doing my research. Yeah.
That would be considered unusual learning for you. So you will make the same test, and instead of us doing a bonus, I was going to give you a bonus to something else. You can actually pick up the talent instead, and that would probably be better than what I was thinking.
Okay. So what kind of you want to cook? You want to cook test?
It'll still be the cooking test.
All right. Then I get help from Rory. Oh,
yes, you do.
Fucking wrong, man. So that's 3 levels of failure.
Two
levels with Rory.
You have a reroll.
I do have a reroll. Would that be my fortune?
Yes, it is. You have 1 fortune point.
The one that I just got. Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and undo it. Hey, you know what? It's all for the narrative. That's even worse.
Ah, it's even worse.
That sucks so hard.
Unfortunately, Nog,
I'm just too worried about poor Rory.
Yeah, you're worried about his recovery. You get the idea that you'll get the hang of it eventually. Unfortunately, it's just going to take time and effort.
I'm gonna need him up and about to help me for reals.
So, with that, Nog, you get a story-driven aspect if you'd like to push the narrative in any way.
Ooh. I think story-wise, I would probably want to, and I don't know if this is even possible, but as I'm delving, deeper into the thralls of Mr. Luthor's influence, I might want to understand a little bit more about his mystical fires.
His mystical fires.
Yeah, a little bit of that. Okay. I don't know what kind of insight an ogre can gain into fire magic, but I'd definitely be listening around the campfire, as it were.
You did. I mean, Nog, you ran into a prophet of the Great Maw known as a Fire Belly at one point. You actually ran into one. And they are literally ogres that are imbued with the gift of fire due to the Great Maw. And they can apparently cast great feats of magical might similar to Mr. Luthor in many ways. One might say identical ways. So it is a firm possibility. There is also a way for a non-magically inspired individual such as yourself to gain access to such eccentricities, as there is a old tradition, especially in man-eaters' ways, that you know of, that involve it involves copious amounts of alcohol and a spark.
Yes.
There's technically a talent for that, Nog. But as you're kind of like, yes, it is. It's called Fire in a Bottle.
I have it one time.
Yep. So you can already do that, Nog. So you contemplate thinking of Mr. Luthor's fire and imagining all the things you could do with it.
Let me see something.
And you become lost in the flames, dreaming of cooked meat sizzling, popping in your mouth,
Delicious it is.
And I feel like that's a good time for us to go ahead and take our first break.
Take a break.